In this video, it's day 3 of our 30-day UK road trip, and today is all about heading to the beautiful lake Windermere. First up, a visit to the farmers market in Lonsdale to pick up some fresh local goodies for the day. Then we find a cozy spot in a park in Windermere for a relaxing picnic surrounded by nature. And to top it all off, we hit the water for an unforgettable motorboat ride on Lake Windermere. Let's go. Now, what we have come prepared with is this. This thing is insulated. Now this is a box which can be plugged in to the car's battery, and you can store your food in this. I'll just show you quickly how big it is. This is all stainless steel. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sandwiches. I think it's going to fit in the middle ones, and those sandwiches will go in here. We need to eat it. We'll just plug it in and get a little bit heated up if we want the sandwiches to be heated up, and then we're going to eat it. We can take rice and chicken and stuff as well. So we're all set to roll. Prepped up. We have coffee and we have fruits in the chiller. Couple of biscuits, more water, teeny tiny dustbin because this place is so clean. We have lots of snacks with coffee, sandwiches, sandwich bags, tissues, hot chocolate, small bag for groceries, passports, etc. Jacket. This is the field. Before we leave, we'll just go for my wife. Before we leave, we'll just quickly have a walk, take a couple of pictures, and then roll. We have just hit the road from Burton and Lonsdale, about 41 kilometers to go, so we should be reaching Lake Windermere in around 45 to 50 minutes. The drive already looks stunning, rolling hills, quiet roads, and that fresh countryside vibe. Can't wait to see the lake come into view. Quick apology for the windscreen. All those bugs on this countryside drive have definitely left their mark. Bit messy, we know. We'll get it cleaned up soon, promise. For now, just focus on the views with us. Apologies again. Driving out from Burton and Lonsdale, you're right on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales. Rolling green hills, dry stone walls, and those classic narrow country roads. Even in an SUV, it is honestly not an issue. Drivers here are super considerate and often stop to let you pass first, which makes it all really easy. This stretch towards Booth's Carnforth is about 8 km, around 10 to 15 minutes, with open farmland and grazing sheep all along the way. For our 30-day trip covering Glasgow and the Scottish Highlands, Edinburgh, York, Bath, Oxford before heading back to London, the SUV makes sense. But if you're just exploring the Lake District, a smaller hatchback would honestly be a great choice. One may ask why Booth's Carnforth and why groceries before sightseeing? Out here, most places shut pretty early, around 5 to 6 pm, but sunset isn't until 8 to 9 pm. So it's easy to get caught up exploring, stopping for views and photos, and before you know it, everything is closed and you've got nothing sorted out for the evening. So getting groceries done first just makes the rest of the day completely stress-free. We are picking up the basics, not much. Beer, chicken, fresh vegetables, some salad, berries, everything that we'll need for the next couple of days. It also helps that Booth's is right on the way, so there is no detour at all. And honestly, we also wanted to experience it, like really good quality farm fresh produce, great meats, and even some solid Bavarian beer options. It's a bit more expensive than places like Aldi, but the quality definitely stands out. Feels like the perfect start though. get the essentials sorted, and then enjoy the rest of the day without worrying about anything. The Lake District is the largest national park in England, famous for its stunning landscapes, rolling hills, deep valleys, and 16 glacial lakes, which were formed during the last ice age. It's one of those places where every turn feels scenic with a mix of nature, quiet roads, and small, charming towns all around. Right now, we are heading towards Lake Windermere, which is the largest lake in England, stretching about 18 kilometers. It is one of the most popular spots here for a reason. Beautiful viewpoints, lakeside walks, and plenty of space to just slow down and enjoy the surroundings. What makes this region special is how peaceful everything feels despite how popular it is. You've got open landscapes, grazing sheep, and these classic countryside views everywhere you look. And tomorrow the plan is to explore Grasmere and Ambleside, both known for their scenic beauty as well, cozy streets and easy access to some amazing walking trails and lake views too. It's all about slowing down, taking in the views and just enjoying the whole Lake District experience. We got some potatoes and some onions and then some salad leaves for sandwiches. And then we got some blueberries, blackberries, and then raspberries. We have a bread, green chili, chicken, 2.5 kilos almost, beer. Now this is Bavarian beer and that is Guinness. Now we'll go towards Windermere. We have just left Booth's Carnforth and are now driving into Windermere. This road trip has honestly been a long time coming, something we have been planning for a while now. The idea was to slow down, explore properly, and really experience everyday life the way people live here across United Kingdom and up in Scotland. Driving through these streets now, everything feels calmer, quieter roads, more nature, and just a different pace of life. And for lunch, we have actually made our own sandwiches, chicken, ham, salami, pastrami from the stuff we picked up at Waitrose on our way from Heathrow yesterday. Plan is to just sit in a park here in Windermere, eat and enjoy the moment. Something so simple but not something you get to do easily in most cities these days, isn't it? Lunch done here in Windermere. Sandwiches, fruits, berries and coffee all enjoyed in this park surrounded by hills on every side. We took some time to relax, soak in the views and click a few pictures. The open landscape and natural light here make it a great spot to just pause during the day. Now we are heading towards Bonus on Windermere. It is along the Lake Windermere. This is the main lakeside hub located along the eastern shore with access to boat rides, walking paths, cafes and views right by the water. From London, you can either drive up or take a train to Oxenholme and continue onward. But honestly, having a car gives you the flexibility to explore smaller roads, viewpoints, and quieter areas beyond the main towns. Parking here is mostly paid near the lake, especially in central areas, but there are cheaper parking spots a short walk away. Some cafes and restaurants also offer parking validation if you dine or shop there. So you can save a few bucks in case you're getting your car. A few quick tips for visitors: stick to the marked paths. There are markings everywhere on the road, along the road. Respect private land and farm areas, and avoid blocking narrow roads while stopping for photos. At the same time, take your time walking around, explore beyond the busy spots, and make the most of the lakeside views and trails. The weather right now is cool with a light breeze and a mix of sun and clouds, comfortable for walking and spending time outdoors around the lake. Towards Bonus on Windermere, one thing you'll notice is how many small local shops line the streets leading down to Lake Windermere. The main roads like Cragbrough and Lake Road are filled with independent stores, all within walking distance. A few places you should definitely check out. Love the Lake's Bonus is great for locally sourced gifts. food items and souvenirs that actually represents the region. Then there is Herdy, which is inspired by the native Herdwick sheep and has some really unique homeware and keepsakes. You will also find stores like Lake Land in nearby Windermere, which started here and is now known across the UK for kitchenware and home products. What makes shopping here different is that it's not about big brands, it's more about local products, handmade items, and small independent businesses. The whole high street stretches down towards the lake, so you're basically walking from shops straight to the waterfront. So, if you're visiting, take some time to just walk through these streets, explore the smaller stores, and pick up something local. It adds a lot more to the experience than typical city shopping. Next up here, we are heading out for a boat ride on the Lake Windermere. There are multiple options available from self-drive motorboats to guided cruises, and it gives you a completely different perspective of the surrounding hills and shoreline. You will also pass several small islands, including Belle Isle, the largest on the lake, which adds to the scenery as you move through it. It's a calm and scenic experience and one of the most popular activities to do here. For our boating experience here on Lake Windermere, we booked our ride online through Pioneer Boat Hire. Don't mind the spelling, but this turned out to be one of the most affordable options available. One big advantage is that there is no security deposit required, which makes the whole process simple and hassle-free compared to many other rentals. We actually booked this in advance while planning the trip. Along with stays and routes, we lined up a few activities and sightseeing passes as well. So everything is more organized once we arrive. It saves time, avoids last-minute decisions, and usually works out more cost-effective. Now, there are plenty of other boating and cruise options around Bonus on Windermere too. You'll find self-drive boats, guided cruises, and different packages depending on how you want to explore. You can either pre-book like we did or wait until you reach here and choose based on availability and weather. If you want to properly explore the lake, many people go for a 4-hour booking since the boats move at a steady, relaxed pace. They're not speedboats. Some even book for longer durations, take the boat out towards nearby areas, spend some time there, and return, making it more of a full day experience. For us, we didn't want to be constrained by time, so we chose a 2-hour slot, which cost us around £40. It gives enough time to enjoy being out on the water without rushing. We are planning to explore Grasmere and Ambleside separately tomorrow, so this keeps today more relaxed. Looking around, you can see people making the most of the lake. Some sailing with the wind, others cruising slowly, and a few just drifting and taking it all in. The breeze across the water makes it perfect for sailing and adds a lively yet calm atmosphere. Seeing the Lake District from the water gives a completely different perspective. The surrounding hills, the changing shoreline, and the quiet once you move away from the crowded areas all stand out more. If you're planning a visit, coming prepared definitely helps. Booking in advance can save money and give you better options, especially during busy seasons. We also did some shopping earlier, which we'll cover in another video, but boating here was always on our checklist, and it is one of the key experiences to include when visiting this region. The steering is simple and easy to get used to, even if it is your first time handling a boat. You're mostly following the natural curves of the Lake Windermere, keeping a steady pace and adjusting as other boats pass by. The water here is incredibly clean but also very cold. You can feel it in the air around you. There is a certain stillness to the lake, almost an eerie calmness at times, especially when the wind drops and everything goes quiet. Along the shoreline, you will spot beautiful properties tucked into the landscape, some traditional homes, others more modern, all set against greenery and often with direct access to the water. It adds a unique character to the lake, seeing how these homes blend into the surroundings. There are clear zones to be mindful of. especially closer to the shore where you slow down, and more open stretches where you can cruise comfortably. It never feels crowded, even with multiple boats out at the same time. As you move along, the scenery keeps changing, different angles of the hills, patches of woodland, and quiet stretches where it feels completely undisturbed. You will also notice the wind picking up in certain areas, which is why sailing boats are such a common sight here. Watching them move across the water adds a different rhythm to the lake. There is a natural flow to everything, boats maintaining distance, people giving way, and no one really in a rush. The area around Lake Windermere has been featured in several well known films and TV shows. One of the most prominent is Miss Potter, starring Renee Zellweger and Ewan McGregor, which beautifully showcases the landscapes around this region. Films like Peter Rabbit feature voices from actors like James Corden and Margot Robbie, bringing these countryside settings to life. You also have Snow White and the Huntsman, starring Chris Hemsworth, Kristen Stewart, and Charlize Theron, which uses the dramatic landscapes of this region for its cinematic scenes. On the TV side, the A Word features actors like Christopher Eccleston, while Top Gear, with presenters like Jeremy Clarkson, has showcased the scenic roads around the lake. The combination of well-known actors and these landscapes makes this area a natural choice for films and series looking for a timeless setting. Wrapping up the day here around Lake Windermere, it has been a full one. From exploring the lake to spending time out on the water and just taking in everything this place has to offer. Now we are heading back, calling it a day, and the plan is simple. Go home, cook a proper meal, rice and chicken curry, Bengali style, a taste of home this time. After a long day out, that's exactly what feels right. It has also been a pretty cost-efficient day overall. The car we hired is a hybrid, so we haven't had to refuel since picking it up with a fuel tank. Parking it for the day cost us around £7. Groceries were about £40, and we picked up a few souvenirs along the lakeside as well. Days like this are what make road trips worth it. No rush, just exploring at your own pace and ending it with something familiar. Tomorrow we are heading further into the Lake District towards Grasmere and Ambleside. In Grasmere, we are planning to visit the grave of William Wordsworth at St. Oswald's Church, and also stop by the famous Sarah Nelson's Grasmere gingerbread shop, one of the most popular spots in the village. Ambleside is a lively town at the northern end of Windermere. We will cover that while coming back from Grasmere, which is known for its scenic streets, access to walking trails, and its role as a base for exploring the surrounding areas. Both places offer a quieter, more immersive Lake District experience with scenic walks, small streets, and strong literary and natural connections. So that's the plan for tomorrow. For now, it's time to head back, cook, relax, and call it a day after a really fulfilling time by the lake.